Today is the 25th of April 2021. It's Sunday. This is the day which we in Dar es Salaam were expecting the cyclone Joba to hit us. It was the day that should have been devastating to us, and it was a day that the world was waiting to see what is going to happen to Tanzania and to Dar es Salaam and to other coastal regions. But I sit here today with a testimony, and that's what I want to share. So on the 22nd, I started to hear about the cyclone Joba, I think on Monday, I don't remember what the date was, but on the 22nd, that's the day that it clicked into my mind what is supposed to be happening in our country or in Dar es Salaam. So that day when I figured that we're actually going to have that cyclone, that wind, whatever it is, I don't even know. I know it's just a disaster. Let me call it a disaster. So the day that I figured that we are supposed to be having that disaster happening in our country, I became fearful. I had no peace, and I was thinking about everything, like what is going to happen, how is it going to be. I thought like, it's not going to be like everything is going to die, but you know that there will be a lot of damages that you don't know how much can we repair. So I was concerned. I was very concerned when I heard about it. So because I couldn't sleep, I decided to share with my family. Here in Dar es Salaam, we are two of us from our family. It's me and my sister with our families, and the rest are not living here in Dar es Salaam. So I sent, especially to my parents, I sent them a clip that explained how this disaster is going to happen. And so my mom did not actually get the information on the 22nd. She didn't get the information. So she did not know that there was that happening. On the 23rd, Mom went to the office in the morning. She usually takes breakfast at the office and lunch sometimes. So that day, she says, when she arrived at the office, she was busy from the beginning. Like when she got there, she was busy all the way. She knew that she was supposed to take breakfast, but she didn't get time to take breakfast. And when it was lunchtime, she wanted to go take lunch, but she didn't have time. It was like busy. So when she came back home, she realized that she had not taken anything, not water, not breakfast, not food, no nothing. And she said, this day, God made me fast, but I don't know why am I fasting, because this is like a fast, but I don't know why am I fasting. So she went and asked Dad, like, I fasted today and I don't know why I fasted, because I didn't plan, but I haven't eaten anything until this time. Is there anything that we need to pray for? That's when Dad told her about this cyclone, which Mom did not know about. So she said, okay, so this is what we're supposed to pray for. She went into the prayer room. We have a prayer room at home in Iringa. So she went into the prayer room and she prayed for a while. After she prayed until she had peace in her heart, she asked God to give her a Bible word, or the word in the Bible that should be holding these prayers, like the word that goes with the prayers. She wanted to hear from God, what is God saying about this disaster or this wind or this cyclone. She wanted to hear from God. And so she took her Bible, and when she opened, she had the word from Isaiah 43, from verse 1 to 7, I think. Now, if you read that word, you will realize that God was actually speaking about this day, or about this very specific disaster, because it says, do not be afraid, I am with you. When you go through waters, I will be there with you. I will protect you and save you. If you go into the fire will not burn you. Nothing will harm you. So you need not to be afraid, because I am with you. So if you read that, you will realize God was speaking directly to this situation. And mom, the way she was saying, is like God was actually, as she was reading, it's as if the word was translating itself into the situation. So you know, when there is so much water, there will be all these floods, and the word says the floods will not harm you. And you know, the electricity will go down, there might be fire and everything, and it says the fire will not harm you. So the word was translating itself into this situation. So when mom read that word, she knew from that day that God was going to intervene. And when I spoke to her on the 23rd, she said, God will intervene, and this is how God was going to intervene, so we should not be afraid. And you know, from that day, it started to be calm, and then we started hearing that the cyclone is now weaker. I don't know, it's taking what direction, and until today, we have not seen no rain, no wind, nothing abnormal. In fact, this is the day that is the calmest of them all. There is no sun. Dar es Salaam, usually the sun is very hot, but today the clouds have covered the sun. It is so calm, cool, and quiet. And because I think people, because were scared, they stayed at home. There is no noise in the streets. It is something that makes me see how God can speak to one person. I know so many people have been praying for this, and I know this is an answered prayer to so many, but I am speaking at the point of view of my mom's prayer and us and me, especially because I shared with her. You will see how God would bring the word for a situation, and that word speaks exactly what happens to the situation, and then you come into the situation and you see the hand of God doing it. So I know this disaster has been halted by God, has been stopped by God, and we know that it's not going to come back. And the peace that is, this is what God wants to see for us. So I wanted to share this testimony on how God can speak through His Word and how it can actually manifest in real life. And in as much as a lot may be said, I don't know, the wind, the counter wind, the everything, but I know this is God, this is the hand of God. We have seen the hand of God like openly, and that is why I like to testify. I wish you a very good day, and I pray to God that you find testimonies in your life every day. May God bless you, and I love you.